Hello gamers, what's up? How is it coming along? Well, it's time. It's time we finally get to see Age of Mythology Retold, so I'm pretty damn excited about this one. What about you guys? I'm pretty sure there's plenty of you already sitting in all sorts of lobbies, calling your parents and their dogs and your grandparents to also watch. It's gonna be awesome, I hope. But it's not just gonna be about Age of Mythology today. So this is a bit of a everything burger. We're gonna see all the Age of Empires games getting something new today, including the Age of Empires mobile games. So for the benefit of the YouTube peoples, the VOD at the end will have a description added with timestamps, so you can just skip to AOM, skip to action right away. That's what he said. Lots of gamers already around. Vision, Barge Maps, Striker, Joybad, it's good to see you all. And also on YouTube, we've had Break earlier. Good to see you. I've seen Iron Maiden. Lots of other people chilling. It's gonna be great. So there's a bit of a countdown going on right now. I guess we'll chill on this screen. That's totally fine. They will also say something about Red Bull 2024, says Striker. But yeah, expect DLCs, expect a little bit of Age of Mythology Retold news, and in particular about Retold, what they said was they were going to talk about myth units. Now that's extremely vague, and it could be more than just, you know, picking 3 myth units to show. we'll have to see, but I ran a poll recently on YouTube as to what people are interested in seeing. Not necessarily today, but in general. So let's see what the votes ended up being on that. 25% of people wanted release date info. 32% wanted gameplay changes. 23% wanted the new art and graphics. 8% was excited for the modern online systems, and 12% just wanted Prostagma. If Retold has LAN, then the Greek crew can totally pull off a LAN party, that's right. If there was Red Bull, I'd be very surprised with AOM. I think there's gonna be probably a little bit of dev support, but I highly doubt that it's gonna be AoE 4 levels of esports for AOM. But you never know. You never know. I do think the potential of the game is high enough that it should be able to attract people, because it just got more stuff. It's more fun. It's everything's so diverse. All the factions are completely different from each other. There's myth units, there's god powers, there's epic moments left and right and center. The game just needs to get its little modern injection, I think. A lot of people are really worried about that phrase. Like, I would see all sorts of comments on YouTube where people are put off by the words modern audience, but I believe what the devs hopefully mean is not that they will rewrite everything, right, but more that they just modernize the game to make it run on modern computers, look modern as well, so that people that start now don't look at a 20-year-old game and get instantly turned off. Remove auto cues, says Striker. I mean, you can't rule it out, right? It's actually a very legitimate discussion. I'm laughing here because the AOM players will have my head for this, but this is a very legitimate concern from every other RTS community in the world. So the developers have to choose who they want to cater to. Is it the original Age of Mythology crew, or is it going to be the rest of the world? I don't know. It's hard. I have my own opinions. It's not my opinion that is gonna matter in the end. I've put mine out there in a video. I do believe that there should be a way to play with auto queue, just to make the existing players happy. But long story short, I do believe that competitive multiplayer should be played without it, because it's a more pure form of skill expression, and that is what competitive multiplayer should be about. But not to say that you shouldn't be able to play multiplayer with auto queue. That should be a thing. It's definitely necessary. Playing scenarios with auto queue for the casual crew, absolutely valid. the auto queue feature itself needs to be maintained if there ever was to be a console release. You've seen auto queue in Age of Empires 4 manifesting on the console version. You could auto queue your villagers and only your villagers. So even the console players on AoE 4 have this interface that only the villagers get auto queued. Us PC players, I think, will be totally fine without it, although the UI does need a lot of modernization. So since 2002, a lot of things have happened, right? There's a lot of modernization, a lot of quality of life that has been made possible by all these different games experimenting with different ideas to reduce the number of key presses required to do the most basic actions. You need a because we're talking about an enhanced Age of Empires 3 engine, right? As the devs have said before, we have things to think about, like a working attack move, and hopefully that will reduce a lot of the strain of the players. You don't always have to 100% look at your army, right? You have the time to squeeze in a few key presses, to select a control group and push a few buttons to make some units. That should be no problem if there's a solid auto queue. Auto queue? Attack move. If there's a solid attack move. If there's no solid attack moves and the cavalry units just run past each other while they are attack move, that's kind of bullshit. And then you have to look at the game and click everything manually. So that is also not a healthy place to be. And that kind of stuff kind of necessitates auto queue to be there, but in a bad way. Pathing just not doing its thing, unit AI just not doing its thing is not good for the game, that's for sure. But we're going way too deep into this, and I think there's a lot of high-level topics that we should be talking about. So I love to debate auto queue versus no auto queue all day, but I think a lot of people will be excited for the campaign. A lot of people will be excited for potential new factions or just DLCs. Like, what's the scope of DLC? Does it have to be a new faction like China? Not to say that China was the best example. I also got a video on that topic on YouTube. You guys can check it out. That was a pain point. But anyway, it doesn't have to be a faction. You can make a DLC that is not a new civ, but is specifically a campaign expansion. So you can have Arkantos' backstory, for example, in a prequel DLC that is purely for single player players. You're telling me that that's not gonna sell? That's gonna sell 100%. You can explore what happened to Arkantos' wife. Where is she? Stuff like that. What the hell happened? Where did he get so grizzled? Yeah, stuff like that. Where does Gargarensis come from? What's his backstory? Are these questions best left unanswered, or should the devs get creative? Gang, good to see you. And Kilty. But I think people are generally excited as well for factions, obviously, because it adds so much longevity to the game. So we're supposed to think about stuff like, are you going to be playing for years? Because if you are, then you're probably going to play at least against the AI a lot, right? You can't keep replaying the campaign over and over unless you're a speedrunner, which there are a few, but there's only so many. So you're going to want to play against the AI or multiplayer if you really want to experience the depth of the game. And if you are in the multiplayer crowd but don't want to be super competitive, then you can also get into the custom game base. Right, we have a ton of very creative map creators that use the in-game editor basically to create all sorts of fun scenarios, like tower defenses and whatever, or RPGs. Dota wasn't the first thing that happened in the RTS space that wasn't an RTS in an RTS. So yeah, you can do all sorts of fun things in this game, and you know, maybe the developers themselves will make some modes like that and encourage multiplayer in some form. It doesn't have to all start at competitive multiplayer. That turns a lot of people off. And what I'd really love to see is for people to just constantly keep flooding in and stay engaged, so that there's a purpose in the community sticking together, you know, rather than just multiplayer and calling each other's names in the Twitch chat. That would be great. Striker wants rendered cutscenes. That's expensive. If the game really sells, I could imagine, but it would have to really sell. Like, way more than AoE 3 and 4. There's definitely so many potential factions to do, though. There's so many stories to tell in Mythology. It's the core campaign just scratches the surface of what is possible. And, you know, depending on how seriously they want to take compared to multiplayer, I think they can actually bloat the game with factions as long as they can make them unique. You only have to look at my portfolio. Total War Warhammer is a game that has, at the moment, I believe 24 factions. That's cultures, right? So like civilizations, you have stuff underneath that layer with different lords, which form different sub-factions with slightly different sub-mechanics. But 24, and they're asymmetric. That is possible. It doesn't have to make all the factions samey like Age of Empires 2 is doing. Samey being on the scale, of course. Even AoE 4 has upped the number of factions significantly. I think we can take that on the chin as well, as long as it means support for the game, as long as it means more players for the game. All these things should be definitely doable. I didn't put a YouTube chat screen on my left. What do I do? I have time to sort this out. Hold on. Because you guys are on the far side and I'm looking at the left. It's like, okay. But it's the wrong thing. Okay. Edit. It's just there is a delay on my tool, so it doesn't all show them at the right time. Alright, that's so much easier. Yeah, YouTube messages are always delayed. Anyway, hoping Nightbones is hoping for mini campaigns for each faction. That's right. That would be so good because the original main campaign, the Fall of the Trident, it's so focused on the Greek. They have way more attention. Atlanteans are even Greek in that, right? So, and then you got the second one, which is heavily Atlantean focused. You get so little content for Egypt and Norse, although their missions are pretty good. I definitely think they can get a lot more there. Poop Stain doesn't like Twitch. That's fine, we can allow that. More people watching on YouTube than on Twitch? Well, yeah, I advertise on YouTube a lot, so... and I prefer the platform. I actually stream in a higher quality on YouTube as well, so you guys get 1440p with like 25k bitrate, and Twitch just gets 6k bitrate, so... watching on YouTube is a better visual experience, but there is a slight delay compared to Twitch. It's a slower connection. Skipan. "10-second countdown, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna stop monologuing. Let's see what happens. Can't wait."
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Age of Empires New Year, New Age stream. My name is Wellen, a
Loud
fellow
enough?
Age of
Let me know.
Empires gamer, enjoyer, as well as streamer, and I will be your host for today. I have chat right in front of me, so I can see everything you guys are saying in real time. And I just kind of want to see, you know, Age of Empires is such a global game. Where's everyone from today? Yup, no way, bro's hosting. Let's go. I have my chat, and I have Age of Empires chat there as well. I'm seeing Brazil, Mexico, Persia, Canada, UK, Nova Scotia, Belgium. Oh, man. This is so exciting, guys. This is a game series I've loved since a kid. So
It's so
just,
weird that
it's
not
very
the
surreal that I'm here
dev
and I get
team
to
is
tell you
hosting.
guys some very juicy tidbits, some of which have been kept from me.
Don't know.
Peru, India, China, Venezuela. All
Tad
right.
low.
Well, we have a lot to get through today. We're going to be getting
Hope
an
that works.
exclusive look at what we can expect from Age of Empires in 2024
There.
and beyond. And I haven't seen all of it, like I said, so some of this is going to be a surprise to me as well. I'll be reacting with it with you folks live. And also, later in the show, I'll be playing never-before-seen DLC coming to Age of Empires 2 that you do not want to miss. What do you guys think we're going to get today? What do you guys...
You know what we're here for.
You know, I've seen some speculation. I feel like the prostagma is
I was going to
seeing that,
say.
you know? Interesting.
He's just chatting.
New Civs, AoE3 DLC.
Oh,
campaigns.
Canada.
All right. Well, guys, before we get into all of that, I've got some stuff to show you reflecting on the past year. It was a huge year for Age of Empires and in 2023, and so we're going to get into that right now.
Audio's very low. Alright. How about now? I increased it a lot.
Let's play some Age of Empires 2 on the Xbox with the controller.
This is not a port. Nobody believed us in the beginning when we said we're gonna bring this to Xbox.
Another AoE 2 DLC. How exciting. Not to hate. AoE 2 players have fun with that, but how many can you possibly want?
Everyone is excited for the matches.
If we get like one or two.
So special. Seeing the faces behind the nicknames, what it's all about, right?
It motivates you to go back home and play the game as well.
Oh, she's not late to anything, dude. He's sending the villagers all these 9 games for this moment. Here is the Flemish Revolution. The button has been pressed, and he calls the GG era, winning NAC 4.
Hey, myth units. This is not Age of Mythology.
There are those among us who
Shows what they
still
really wanted to make.
believe in Rome.
Yeah, they put AoE 1 into AoE 2.
What a great surprise.
That was a while back.
Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition, an award-winning game on PC, is now available on Xbox consoles today.
We knew that it was important to bring RTS and Age to as many people as possible.
Hey, the console stuff, very healthy for the game industry.
I prefer to play on the controller now because it is so good.
It just brings a handful of new players in, and all the sales contribute to the game staying alive. And the devs wanting to keep committing to it. So I know, especially in my audience, that console RTS will be controversial, but it's actually in your interest to support that if you want more stuff. When is the news? We're waiting for it. We're waiting for the AOM news. It's happening, I'm sure, but I'm sure they'll leave it last and just throw DLCs in front of us until then. And recaps and jokes and memes and not so funny jokes. And then AOM happens. That's the order. It's unofficial information though. It's cannot confirm or deny. Fast forward. Time travel.
Guys, 50 million players, a tremendous milestone.
Not your guy
I'm
friend.
back with you guys. What did you think of that video? What was your highlight for Age
a
of
lot of
Empires
players.
in 2023? There were a lot for me. Nilly's
Is that
apartment
lifetime?
cut Like,
It's probably lifetime.
Age of Empires brings people together. You know, I have friends who I've known my whole life who I played with when I was a kid, and I still play with them now. I have friends who I've met in other games who I play
Age
with
of Empires
in Age of Empires.
mobile
it's just
happening though.
It's so cool.
It's,
the AoE 2 DLC was your favorite
we'll see
part?
today.
Oh yeah. The Flemish? Oh, pressing the button. Yep. AoE on Xbox too. Like bro, porting it to console, becoming playing Age on a console on a controller, it's crazy to me. I'm amazed. Flabbergasted even. The button. Oh, and of course, Georgians and Armenians in AoE 2, the wicked composite bowman. Very cool. Lots happened, and to celebrate the 50 million player milestone, you can get 50% off, up to 50% off Age of Empires games and expansions right now.
Guys, do you think
so? If you want to save that money,
they'll ever go
that
free
is
to
a
play?
tremendous thing going on right now.
Like with AoE free.
I'm laughing so hard. You have no money. Okay, well, you need some because you need to
play
pay
there.
50%. Up
That
to
would be
50%
sick
off.
for multiplayer.
But big stuff. I've got chat right here in front of you, so I see everything you guys say. So you have to be on your
One
best
more thing I
behavior.
didn't monologue about. You don't have to give people everything.
You have three money. You are hot. Hey, Electro.
Just let them play the classic
Thank you.
free factions or
You're real,
four
real recognized real. You're
too,
looking good too. What is bro's hairline? All right, chill. All right, we're 1-1. We're 1-1, Chad.
He got hairline. Oh,
you going to the gym? Okay.
Chat is
yes,
ruthless,
I went
dude.
to the hotel gym yesterday. We're getting off track, folks. We have so much to share with you guys here. We just saw what happened in 2023, and I want to say this. I have not seen the next video that we're about to see. They refused to show it to me. I was like, you know what? I don't even want to see it, okay? There is some secret, spicy stuff going on right now. So we're about to get into that, and we're going to see what we can expect from Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition coming up, and let's hit that right
Joey,
now.
think about how many people
Hello, everyone.
would
I'm Ramsey
only
Abdul-Rahim.
play
Here at
multiplayer
World's Edge,
in
we've
AOL.
always believed that the community is the driving
very
force
few people.
behind the success of the Age franchise. Over the years, we've partnered with community creators, from streamers to scenario designers to modders, and helped bring their ideas and passion into the games. We've also heard from many of you who have asked for more content, especially campaign content. We listened, and I'm thrilled to announce Victors and Vanquished, the first ever campaign-focused expansion pack for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. It features 19 scenarios. That's more scenarios than any previous expansion for the Definitive Edition.
I think this will eventually happen for us.
I'd like to say Victors and Vanquished is a labor of love. You see, before joining World's Edge, I was a community scenario designer myself. I built dozens of custom scenarios, beloved by our most passionate campaign players. Now, in Victors and Vanquished, I'd like to share some of the very best and most popular of these works with the entire Age community. If you've played my scenarios before, you didn't play these scenarios. Each has been carefully updated and polished to reach the high bar you expect from the Age of Empires franchise. We're talking full professional voice acting.
We struck with our swords.
Original music, rebalancing, hundreds of bug fixes, and quality of life improvements. We're also talking 5 all-new, never-before-seen scenarios. So let's take a look.
I'll say this is very well put together, this presentation this time.
Clans,
it's good.
Unite Japan and rule.
In Victors and Vanquished, we want to go beyond the familiar and give you something new. Something that re-sparks the sense of wonder and possibility when you first played the campaigns
I
many
just
years
think
ago.
World's Edge
And for
should
new
present
players, or those who haven't
not
dabbled in
Velen.
campaigns
That's
before,
just my
these
personal.
scenarios may justify your expectations on what an Age of Empires scenario is.
Like I really care about what
In
the
Ragnarok,
developers have to
you
say,
unleash
you know.
your inner Viking.
The warriors beat
And
their
Velen is
swords
just
against oaken
a
shields.
guy outside
Send your
of the
warlords
community.
across the sea on a massive map of Northern Europe. All big
No
empires
offense to him.
start from humble origins, and yours will be no different. Begin with raids to pay and recruit warriors.
How long is the stream? Up to 2 hours.
In Norway, Denmark, and Sweden to grow your power. As you rise to become king, more possibilities are at your fingertips. use your achievements to unlock technology.
Maybe more.
Find powerful heroes, raid wherever you want, and even worship the gods for bonuses. In Otto the Great, you are surrounded by enemies. Fearsome Vikings, horse-riding Magyars, and stalwart Franks. But your power is not absolute. You have 3 vassals. These can be your very best friends, helping you achieve your ambition to become Holy Roman Emperor, or they'll be a rebellious thorn in your side. Balance your power against theirs and use well-timed gifts to keep them in line. Finally, in Oda Nobunaga, choose to play as one of 6 different unique factions.
They almost make it
Will
sound
you
like
lead the
there's
Takeda and
a
crush your
metagame
enemies
layer
with
to
the
it.
best cavalry in Japan? Or will you command the Otomo and find your advantage in the arrival of
But
strange
it's all
people with
in
new
match, in scenario.
or if subterfuge and assassination is more your style, try the Mori clan and leverage your criminal network to recruit unsavory characters.
What are those? Yo.
In
Criminal
Victors and Vanquished,
network,
you tell
what?
your own story like never before in Age of
Okay.
Empires. Victors and Vanquished is now available for pre-order, and we have a lot more coming for Age of Empires 2. This is only the beginning. Will you be the victor or the vanquished?
The Vanquished.
Am I sure they'll cover everything in 2 hours? Not 100% sure.
Victors and Vanquished, folks. Not Vanquished and Victors. That was cool. Bro, those ninjas.
Revolt and
They
Rear Car here.
one-shot.
You guys didn't miss
They one-shot,
much.
man. I saw that.
AoE 2
They can't
campaign
slip that
DLC
in there and
revealed so
hope
far.
we just glaze over that. That's cool. That is very cool. And who presented that? Ramsey Abdul Rahim is going to be playing one of the campaigns
He's
with me
avoiding
later. Well,
AOM?
I'm going to be playing it, and he's going to be offering me sage wisdom.
Where
And he
is my
also
fedora?
created these scenarios,
Sorry.
so he can probably be
I
like,
gave it
yeah,
back
you
to
wanna,
Mr.
like,
Ice Green.
We'll get into all that, folks. What did you guys see in there? Because sometimes, like, you know, it's all happening. I haven't seen that. Okay, like, I saw the ninjas, and those look really good.
So last 2 hours? Well, there's like 5 different games
The,
to cover, so yeah.
Oh man, those little character models for the heroes, the way they shine is
Let me
so
double
cool.
check.
Are you gonna play on this stream? Yes, we are. Later today, we're gonna be playing.
They're playing. Playing
Okay.
AOM, right?
I've just gotten the word. I can scrub through it. Okay, all right. We can take a little.
It
sneak peek.
says it ends
Ramsey of
1 hour,
Powerful
15
Heroes
minutes
and
into it. So because they're also playing, I'm assuming the news will be over by then.
It apparently seems
And then it's like direct to gameplay.
We can pick the civilization we play as, which is pretty cool. So you can have like different perspectives on the same campaigns.
Army
All right,
music
I'm
once
watching-
AoE
okay.
free
That's a quad
campaigns.
kill, folks.
Interesting.
This is a quad kill. Observe.
Aaron is
That's
enjoying
professional.
a
I don't
guy
know what they were
reacting
looking
to a
at the
guy
same way.
reacting.
Man,
It's
this
the
is-
absolute
this is
state
cool.
of content creation. You guys think I will ever get 100 viewers in here any
mean,
other
I
way?
love how they have all these like custom buildings in the campaigns. I always was wondering if they could have those in
To
like,
be fair,
multiplayer or something.
I've
you know?
been away
I
and
always
just
thought that
chilling
would be
anyway.
Cool if you know the ability to have
I
that.
I
And
haven't
then
made any
Gaia.
video for
There's
like
few things more
over 2
satisfying
weeks.
than walking up to something and
no
like,
live streams
claiming
either.
it, you know what I'm saying?
Just been
did
chilling.
They give, I know you
needed
can
that.
pre-order this now for 15% off. I don't know if there's. Yeah, here. This is the information that's been provided.
That's exactly
Chat.
it, Dressier. You
I actually
got
have
it.
2 chat. I could call you guys chats. Very cool. But
There's a problem where
so that
my
is
chat
Age of
is
Empires
over that
2
chat.
Definitive
So
Edition.
where do I put you
Victors
guys?
and Vanquished.
Put you guys here.
But it's not just AoE 2 stuff.
Why didn't anyone complain?
Everybody. We have next a little bit of stuff for our Age 3 and
Right.
Age 4 players. Do we have any Age 3 and Age 4? I'm not cheating on you, Welland.
Eventually,
We've got
here
2 chats
somewhere,
up.
we'll
Chill.
have
There
after
was another chat.
AoE Mobile. Hopefully, we'll have
we
AOM,
have some
right?
stuff for you guys as
It
well.
doesn't
I'm gonna be
fit.
right here with you guys.
AOM is such a big
enjoying
deal. It doesn't fit on the
let's go.
screen,
AoE
boys.
4, let's go. We got both. We got both gamers.
PF2K doesn't
AoE
like
3
the
community
cars.
represent- Hey, you gotta
Quick
represent.
fix the
you
UI
know?
design.
You gotta yap. This chat's zooming. I love it. All right. Well, guys, I will be reacting here with you, all you lovely folks, as we get into this AoE 3 and AoE 4 update, which we will get into right now.
Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year.
You can't read their chat.
I'm
What?
Emma Bridle, Director of Player Engagement for World's Edge.
And I'm Ernest
Go full
Yun,
screen.
Director of Production for World's Edge. As you just saw, 2023 was the best year yet for Age of Empires. We have delivered new content for Age 4, with the Age franchise best-selling expansion pack of all time, The Sultan's Ascent. And we have given players a new way to try out Age 3, with rotating rosters of 16 civilizations found in the base game.
And as you
That's
heard
what
from
we need.
Ramsey's Age of Empires 2 update,
In
we at
AOM.
World's Edge and our development partners are hard at work creating, planning, and imagining the future of Age of Empires. More importantly, we're listening to you, our community, and your feedback is critical to what we do.
That's why we are excited to share some of our upcoming plans with you today for both Age of Empires 3 and 4. First, Age 3 will be releasing new DLC that includes 2 civilizations that have been highly requested by the community. While I have not been clear to say their names, as our franchise creative director Adam will challenge me to a match, I think maybe an image or 2 will speak louder here. This new DLC is coming to Age of Empires 3 in late 2024.
Oh, fight?
And while you wait, remember you can play Age of Empires 3 for free today.
Very sneaky, Ernest. I sneak peeks as well. Ladder.
What?
For Age of Empires 4, we're excited to announce our next major update is coming early this spring, which will also
Their
coincide
broadcast
with
died.
the start of Season 7. This new season will include many new features that you've been requesting, such as Team Ranked on Xbox,
Imagine
adding a
AOM is
free-for-all mode
impossible.
quick match,
Yes.
and much, much more.
Oh, that is pretty cool sneak peek.
And remember, our latest expansion, Sultan's Ascend, is our best-selling expansion ever for Age of Empires.
Look at
and
what
it's
the chat
available to play
wants.
right now.
It's right that
What's
way.
more, if you jump into play Age of Empires 4
It says
today,
AOM,
you'll
AOM,
get this
AOM.
limited time only New Year, New Age login reward. Look at that. It's beautiful.
On behalf of all of us at World's Edge, thanks for trusting us with Age of Empires. We can't wait to show off these new Age experiences. Start the game already!
Start the game already. Well, chat, welcome back. What do you guys think? AoE 3, AoE 4? I played Sultan's Ascend in AoE 4 a week ago.
Oh, the chat's going crazy,
I got
dude.
clapped on the Red Sea, I'm not gonna lie. I got my village burned down by pirates. It was a little bit sad. But I had a lot of fun, even though victory was not in the cards, at least at first.
Yeah, I mean, the Sultan DLC brought
Very cool that
AoE 4
it's
back on the map.
greatest
I won't
selling
deny that.
expansion ever in AoE history. That's pretty wild. But you can play Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition for free now.
I
Yes,
also don't
free.
think I'm
Whoever it
coping
was
though
that
when
said
I
they have
say
no
that
money, you
AOM
can play
could
this,
outperform
you know?
AoE 4.
And of course, the Sultan's Ascend.
I
new
genuinely
expansion
believe that,
on
but they
AoE
need
4.
to nail the launch.
More bicep, please. Yo, chill. Chat, you have got to chill. Relax. What do you mean? AoE 4 just got all the Sultan's Ascend stuff. I played the campaign. They were cool. There was like another one where you had to capture command posts. That's probably not the right term from the Teutons. But
Imagine if they would have
I
put
think the
Relic on
Teutonic Knights should
Retold.
also
I wouldn't
have
want
have a
Retold in
special aesthetic. Villager
the Essence
biceps.
engine. Let's just
Honestly, guys,
say that.
Villagers create a unfair body image because they are jacked.
That would not
They
be
are
a good
jacked.
thing.
All right, well, this is
modding
enough
would be
about
dead.
that. We have something
For
a
starters.
little bit different for you guys now.
You'd have to make everything in Lua.
We have a very special first-time gameplay trailer and deep dive into Age of Empires Mobile.
You could
So
taste
let's
my
get into
fear.
that right now.
I hope it tastes good. Oh, what is this?
大家好，我是 Age of Empires Mobile 的制作人 Robin。
哦
非常高兴我们的游戏在今天与大家首次见面。现在，我们的研发
Wait.
团队将为大家带来这款手游的
They
最新
outsourced that to
Age
China?
of Empires Mobile 为 Age of Empires 系列带来了全新的体验。
哈
这是一款真实大战场战争策略手游，包含丰富的 RTS 元素、快节奏的
Well, we
战
know
斗、
the target
自由的
audience.
王国建设、多人社交玩法以及多个文明的历史英雄。玩家需要建立自己的帝国，并加入联盟，以来自全世界的盟友一起驱逐入侵者，并且扩大联盟领土，最后向王城发起进攻。
It's a well-made trailer, I'll say.
天美联合开发，我们与 World's End 拥有相同的愿景，希望通过 Age of Empires Mobile 这款游戏，让更多的用户体验到策略游戏的乐趣。天美的团队成员基本都是 Age of Empires 的多年粉丝，对 Age of Empires 的热爱也是
So it's gonna take the formula of all the other Empire-y mobile games, right?
到废寝忘食，一张地图
Exact same thing, probably, with the waiting queues and nonsense.
我们团队从
They're not showing the game.
研发策略手游，希望利用天美在大地图设计、多人在线、社交
Exactly.
Age of Empires 诚挚的热爱，与 World's Age 一起
Take games like Rise of Empires, and this is exactly the same thing.
让 Age of Empires 的玩家能够
with the new
与更多
art style
一
slapped
起
on.
体验全新的
Well,
Age of Empires。
what did we expect? I'll never be positive about those kind of games.
Age of Empires Mobile is a fresh take on the Age of Empires series. We've preserved the classic Age of Empires elements as much as possible, while introducing new gameplay and controls optimized.
Is it at least real time? Does the player do anything?
Classic Age of Empires feeling in
Or
a
do you
brand
just
new experience.
send and
What
watch?
sets our game apart is its large-scale epic stage battles, where hundreds of players clash
Okay.
on one screen.
Maybe
It's a
not.
Dynamic and immersive combat experiences that blends large-scale alliance strategies with individual maneuvers.
Yeah, definitely,
Age of
yeah.
Empires Mobile
Okay.
also caters to
Oh
players who enjoy
god.
single-player adventures.
What did I
You
expect?
can build and expand your empire independently.
It looks Age of
delve into
Empires though.
diverse single-player dungeons,
In a
and freely explore
art
the vast
styly
world
way.
map to gather resources.
But
Embark on PvE encounters or engage in intense one-on-one PvP battles.
you'd have to pay me to
When
play
designing
this.
civilizations, we conducted extensive research with Microsoft's team, including field trips and specialized
I would not
to stay
cover
as
this
true to history as possible.
without
For
the
example,
sponsorship.
the
That's
Roman civilization
100%
features
sure.
stone structure. The Byzantine civilization is rich in mosaic decorations, and the Chinese civilization, with its abundant wood resources, excels in wooden architecture.
We'll see if there's
All
any
these
opportunities.
factors
Might sponsor
influence
some
our theory
actual Age of
and our
Mythology
style
tournaments with
designing the
with
architecture of different civilizations.
mobile
In
money.
addition to exploring some familiar civilizations in Age of Empires Mobile,
For the
we'll also
community,
relive
right?
classic Age of Empires
That's the only thing I would do
including
with this.
Rich citadel resources,
Um,
iconic siege
yeah.
weapons, and classic music and sound effects. Also, our games preserve the essence of Age of Empires. Aspects such as base building, freedom of movement during combat for strategic
Rise of Kingdoms, that's
wide
exactly
variety
what
of
it's like.
strategies.
It's the same
Speaking of
thing.
Strategy. Age of Empires Mobile focuses more on pre-battle strategy compared to Age of Empires. Many well-known historical heroes will be fighting alongside you, carrying a diverse set of unique skills and tons of room for customization. You can then technically
Funny thing
combine
is,
these
the
heroes
actual
into battle
games,
opening even
the
more
actual
room
core
for creative
Age games,
strategies.
don't get this kind of
Many players are
cinematic
curious
budget.
about what kind of game Age of
It's all
Empires
part
Mobile
of
is.
the
It's a more
marketing
strategy
plan in
game
order to
with
sell
rich
this.
RTS gameplay, specifically optimized for the mobile platform.
And then
We've
you
simplified
it's
the
not
inputs to
optimized, you're
make it
using
more
an
intuitive
existing
for the
engine
player.
that you already have.
Age of Empires Mobile is currently under active
That's
development, with original tests
reuse that
continuously
reuse over
optimized
again.
it, and we can't wait to introduce it to players worldwide.
To
Age
put
of
a new
Empires
skin on
Mobile
it
is
and
available
resell as a new game
pre-registration
again.
in the App
So
Store
that's exactly
and
what
Google
this
Play
is.
right now. Also, check out our official website for pre-registration events and more information. Join our official communities for the latest
So-
updates on Age of Empires Mobile. We're looking forward to seeing you in the game.
I just really dislike the lack of honesty on that. Because this is not an authentic Age of Empires experience. That would be a lie. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, I hope. But damn, dude, I will say it's very authentic in its art style, and the cinematic footage they created is also super cool.
Press on! Pro sempiterna pace.
Νεύθης, δώσ' μου δύναμη.
But then they added in magic. And yeah, once you start showing gameplay, it falls apart to me. I don't know, would you guys play that? Oh my god. What the heck is that? Where is Age of Mythology? Asked Raphael. I'm sorry, mate. This is first. Mythology is...
Well, gamers.
Is the
we got a
highlight of the
big
day,
look
so we're
into,
getting there.
Age of Empires mobile. And I have to say, the graphics
This
are
is a
hot.
yikes.
You know? The aesthetic fidelity that they were talking about, they nailed that. They nailed the look. They nailed the look. You know what I mean? And it's clear the devs care. They're passionate. They had a lot to say about their development and how they want to stay true to Age of Empires. And it's something for every gamer, you know? Like, not everyone's a Giga Chad sweaty on... not to diminish our mobile gamers, but it's something cool for everybody. You know what I mean? And I think that's really cool that there's something new and something a little different. And you can pre-register for Age of Empires Mobile now.
Yep.
So, is this guy a streamer? Yes, I am indeed.
And you're also paid to say that.
Okay, I see you guys. I see you guys. I see chat. A strategy game. Yep, indeed. Well, you can pre-register it now, but we
That
also
was
have
not
some updates
authentic.
on 2023 and 2024. Things that happened in the esports world forAge of Empires. Some really cool
He's kind of
things.
gritting his teeth.
And,
Like,
I have
yeah,
a
you
video
know, it kind of
showing
looks
you all
okay.
these new upcoming things, as well as some
Not
things that
everyone
already
plays on
occurred
PC.
in the esports
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Let's get into that now.
We've seen this kind of game
So we're only
before
a few
elsewhere.
weeks into
A few
2024,
times.
and we've already seen some amazing things happening in the Age of Empires esports scene.
Our community is truly phenomenal, and we are excited to have Age tournaments all year round, big and
Alright,
small. A
back to the
special
real
thank
talk.
you to all of our creators, tournament organizers, and admins for putting on such great shows.
In January, we watched as 10 of the best Age 2 players from all over the world headed to Berlin for the 5th and final edition of Nilly's Apartment Cup.
Hera gets an attack round. He needs another one. The Mangonels.
The memories made there will last a lifetime and will always
Quite
look
a lot
back
of live
fondly on
viewers.
years of heartwarming
I mean,
and
in-person
hilarious.
viewers and dog interviews. What can
Thank you
possibly
to
go
Lily
wrong?
for bringing players and casters together and literally inviting us to your home to watch this unique tournament experience.
That's awesome.
It's a tough act to follow, but I hear T90 is up to the challenge.
He certainly is. We're glad to see another Hidden Cup after a 3-year break. The qualifiers
Ooh.
have been incredible, and we're so hyped for the main event starting February 25th.
We have to admit something, we did conspire a little with T90 in choosing the
You
hero
guys
names
have
to represent the players. We've hidden a few from our newly announced upcoming H2 campaign DLC, Victors and Vanquished.
So the
This
heroes
chatter
were
says other Age of players don't
I thought we were
understand
just
how
having to
starved
guess
A1
who
players are for like
players.
10 years.
That's not all we got
Exactly
going on.
correct.
The release of the
There
Southern
has
Ascent
to be,
expansion brought fresh
it has to
energy
be our
to
turn,
H4
you know?
esports.
That's
The
why
new
it's so
expansion really
important.
shook up
That's
the
why
meta for
people are
players,
asking
and
for
there
this so
are
much.
so many new options to explore.
Adding 2 new civilizations and 4 variant civilizations has really changed the game. We can't wait to see what new strategies players come up with.
There's no better time to see this in action. EGC TV's The Elite Classic 2 qualifiers are about to kick off.
Like if
Make
AOM
sure you
support
tune
is
into the
anything like
playoffs
AoE
starting March
Force
2nd.
with new content,
And
that's
let's not forget the
already
latest news. Our
already
friends at Red Bull
huge
have
for this
given
community.
us the honor of making a big announcement. Red Bull Wololo El Reynado is coming later this year.
And if
We
you
are
get
looking
any
forward to
tournament
it.
support whatsoever,
This
that's also
partnership
huge,
has
of
been
course.
so wonderful over the years, and I can't wait to see what this next event brings.
Mummy
There will be some
5.
differences, but we are not ready to share
Not
any more
starving.
just
Sorry,
yet.
Mad Hats.
Stay
Thanks for the
tuned
correction.
For more information.
Speaking of information, we know it can be tricky to keep track of the many things taking place across all the Age of Empires games. We've added an official events calendar to our website covering tournaments and in-game events and information, so you can easily see what's happening in one
Wow.
convenient place. No spoilers
Nice.
there, though. Some news will have to wait for a big reveal, but rest assured, 2024 is shaping up to be a great year for Age of Empires esports.
AOM Vololo? Is that what they're telling us?
Guys, there's some big stuff coming. There's some big stuff coming. The calendar is so good. You'll never have
Dude,
another
AOM
excuse to miss a
Vololo
tournament.
would be
I know. I'll be
something.
tuning in. For example, next week, Hidden Cup starting the 25th, hosted by my friend T90, who's been hyping it up. I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna be tuning in. And also, you know, seeing those clips from the Apartment Cup, it's like it's so wholesome to see that and how friendships can form over a game like this. You know, I know I was in, oh man, what was it called? I was in Out to Lunch Clan back in the day on Age of Empires, and it was so cool.
Alright, chat,
It
don't
was
look
so
at what
cool.
Jasir
We
is
met
saying.
in game. We were just random allies, and this was someone I played with
He's
for
funny,
years.
so I'm not gonna ban him.
We've fallen out of touch now, but that's making me think I should reunite with those old connections and those people that I used to game with. And of course Red Bull Wololo El Renado. Is that a location, chat? I need to. I'm not entirely certain, chat. This is when you guys come in with that information. We need this. We need this quality information, this knowledge. Oh, I don't think they know. I don't think it means the kingdom. Okay.
Can we
all right.
replay
That's
the
cool.
AOM just to
That's
celebrate
kinda sick.
the news?
All right. I bet there's
Always
I
a
bet
good
they'll
choice
do
to
another
replay
cool
AOM.
location like they did last time with Heidelberg. But I imagine it'll be in Spain? Surely. Bro, Dragonborn, we found the Turks main, everybody. Bro's asking for a Turks buff. They're already OP, bro. All right, but that's neither here nor there. That's all the
Scorpion
announcements.
Lost can't contain himself.
No, I'm kidding. We got something a little special. I haven't seen this next one, guys. I haven't seen this next one.
I don't know why they made the official stream like this. I wish
They
the
wouldn't
developers
show me,
were presenting.
because I wanted to. I wanted
said
to
this
see
before,
it live
but
with all of you guys. And
I care so much more about what they have to say.
What
This
do you
is
guys?
weird.
What do you guys think it is? I feel like there was something you guys were asking for in chat.
Oh,
but,
okay, it's time.
What was it? A little prostagma? Volume? Perhaps? I haven't seen this, so I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna get, but let's get into that now.
Prostagma. Hello, heroes. I'm here in the studio today using augmented reality to step into the world of Age of Mythology Retold. Yes, I am standing next to a Titan.
Oh, the background gameplay.
My name is Melinda Rose, and I am the art director here at World's Edge, and I feel so honored to be a part of this
dinosaurs.
team and to be able to show off this game to you that we all have been working so hard on and we love so much. So in Age of Mythology Retold,
gameplay.
we're not only upgrading the engine and bringing all of those quality of life improvements that you've come to expect from World's Edge,
Tantalus
but
is
in
on it.
addition to that, we're doing even more to update the art. So that means all new 3D models, all new animations, textures, UI, VFX, the whole shebang. So we are going to be showing off 3 characters from the Greek civilization: Medusa, Pegasus, and Cerberus. You know, usually you'd
Guys,
be
this
seeing
is
them
detailed.
high up in the sky as you command your battles, but I'm biased and I wanted to show the characters as close to life size as we can fit them. Well, without any further ado, let's bring Medusa into the studio. You excited? I am so excited.
Oh shit!
hello.
They have holodeck.
So cool to see her in real life like this. She's not so low poly anymore, is she? From
Holy.
this distance, you're able to see all the details we've added to her model to tell her story. Each
Wow.
strand of her hair is an individual wild snake. She wears Grecian-styled golden snake armbands. Her armor is made up of flexible scale mail to mimic scales. And if you're brave enough to get super
Hey,
close
Medusa,
and
wanna
risk
get
being
stoned?
petrified and turned to stone, you can even see her vertical snake-like
Cringe.
pupils.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
well, I don't have any good counters for Medusa in the building today, and we got to keep this rolling, so I'm just going to
Think she would turn that around on whoever's asking.
Medusa, I'm so sorry to see you go.
Oh, that sound!
Oh, that's brutal, isn't it? Well,
That's
next
a
up,
death
let's
anime.
bring in
Oh.
Pegasus.
Pegasus!
Hi, Pegasus.
Peggy!
Oh, he's so cute, isn't he? So
Oh my
Pegasus
God,
is
can
a
I keep
majestic
it?
winged horse who
It's
serves
so
as
cute.
an archaic age aerial scout for the Greek civilization. This Pegasus looks a little fancier than you may remember, and that is because in Age of Mythology Retold, when you upgrade your myth units through technologies, those units will get a brand new visual upgrade to reflect that increase in power. So we're looking at the upgraded version today. Say hello, Pegasus.
Yes, which
I don't
probably
wanna
means all
keep us
these
too long from the
upgrades are
thing
no
that you're all
longer
excited to
hidden.
see, so
Kill him.
I'm
Don't
sorry,
do it.
Pegasus. We have to say goodbye.
Oh,
No!
Oh,
Turns on its
that
back.
makes me so sad.
I knew
All
that.
right, last
Oh.
but not least, let's bring in Cerberus. This is the Hound of Hades and Titan of the Greek civilization.
Shit, dude.
He's a little smaller again than he will be in game, but believe it or not, this was one of the first models that we made for Age of Mythology Retold back when we were trying to decide
Bigger.
what we wanted this game to look like. He wears heavy chains and tattered
looking
armor,
good.
which represent his escape from the underworld, as well as the mark
What?
of Hades on his shoulder pauldrons. Titans have been
definitely
upgraded to be
cartoony.
more powerful against walls and buildings, and even rivers and oceans won't be able to stop their wrecking power.
What?
With 3 ferocious heads and more
They
destructive
can walk
power
on
than
water.
ever before, Cerberus will
Or
be
in.
a formidable opponent or a powerful ally in
Did
Age
you
of
say
Mythology
walls?
Retold.
Can they step over walls now?
Okay, well, he is obviously raring to go,
Or just
and we will see
rivers
him on the
and water?
battlefield.
Did she say
eventually.
walls?
I'm sorry, Cerberus, you gotta get going. Oh,
That's so
I
dramatic.
could do that to my opponents in game. So, to wrap things up, our goal is to not only pay homage to the past, but to breathe new life into this game and maximize the mythology. And one more thing before I go, I would like to reveal our
Colossus?
official cover art, featuring so many of the iconic gods and heroes players will remember.
What? That looks very,
I am excited
very
to announce
different.
that Age of Mythology Retold will be available on day one on both PC and Xbox.
I loved how the
Follow us on socials for behind-the-scenes concept art as
models
well as before
looked.
and after comparison images of the 3 models that we've showcased today. And don't forget to wishlist us to stay informed in the future.
Wait,
Our
wait, wait, there's a
campus
Steam
will awaken in
page?
2024. Thanks for watching,
This
everyone.
year? Release date this year?
Guys, this year, 2024.
Hold up.
We are nearly there. You can wish
Oh,
list
this
it
is
now.
the page.
Age of
The
Mythology
screenshots.
Retold. I get to tell you guys.
screenshots.
Trust. This is. I used to play so much Age of Mythology.
Son of
good
Osiris,
lord. When I
Catapult,
was a kid,
Osiris
I would do all
Beast.
those goofy
Hold
little
up, full-sized.
mini games like Cat and Mouse. Did you guys ever play that? Cat and Mouse. What else?
That's
then
what
there
I
like
was talking
Hero
about.
Blood or something.
That's a freaking
37
Phoenix.
years ago, bro. It ain't. Are you saying
It's
I was
bigger
a
than
kid
your mom.
37 years? All right, relax. Pal.
What? It's huge.
Hero RPG.
Mummies,
Bro,
they're
when they
they're
killed
taller
Pegasus,
than
I felt
before.
that,
And you
but
bites.
I have something to show you guys.
The
that
Rock
I've
is
gotten
weird.
Some models,
Dude,
the specific
The Rock is
models
huge
that
as
I can
well.
scrub through. So
And
let me get into the first
Vengeance.
model now. Let me take a look at this.
Why do they have wings? They're so big. Wait, what?
Dang.
Oh, he's going through it again?
Why are they recording?
We'll get
Remember
back
this
to
music.
that. Steam Link, yes, send Steam Link. Sorry, of course.
Is this the yeah? Is this the mythology?
Here we go.
Music?
That's
All right,
for
Masima.
YouTube. Oh, what? I
Gotta
didn't send it from
relax,
my
buddy.
account, but it's legit.
This ain't that kind of stream, pal.
Popping it in all the chats, guys. Didn't forget.
Snakehead. Is Medusa an archer? This is the
If you
Greek
played the
intro
game, you
music.
would know she's an archer. She's even
Okay.
good against buildings. She has some crush damage, dude. I hope they still have that, by the way. That was such a
She's an
cool little
archer.
aspect.
Okay.
Love the armor on
I
her.
remember centaurs. Those were archers. That's what I remember. For some reason, I thought
All right, next.
I didn't think she was an archer. in my brain.
Atlanteans. Let's see.
It's the Greek
Oh,
theme.
come on.
Okay.
Let me click on the
Okay.
freaking.
Special ability to turn land units into stone.
Okay.
The
We've got
Minotaurs, I remember
Cantarius
those. I
heroes.
remember
The
those.
behemoths have
Archer
like
with
this.
heavy damage.
They're full
Okay,
on
well, let's go look at
Triceratops.
Pegasus now.
But with like a huge frill.
Oh, I love how they got the goofy music for Pegasus.
All right, they're not showing anything new there. Atlantean Titan is very different, but like
And then they just mirror him.
these
Alright,
little
fair,
lava
fair enough.
flows on it. Fissures.
Kill Pegasus, bro. That moment, I
Then
realized that
we've
was
got
gonna happen. I knew
Heka
it was gonna be a
Giants.
tough watch. I knew it was gonna
They're
be
a little bit taller. They're standing a little
cool,
straighter.
and these
What the
don't
hell
fight,
is
right?
that?
I don't think
Excuse
Pegasus-
me.
oh.
Oh, that's Kronos. That's not an Atlantean Titan. This is Gaia.
Ew.
She's like not very human-like anymore. She's like
Pegasus looks
fully
cool,
covered.
and
But
apparently
what
this
is
is
this
like an
blob? Is that the Argus? It's got so many. It must be the Argus. So many eyes. Why does it have all
Alright,
these
yo, chill, Renata.
tentacles, dude?
Relax, pal. I need him IRL.
So big.
He's so little. I thought he was gonna be a full-sized
All
horsey.
right, all right. The
I
buildings
would
are
have a
very
flying horse as a
beautiful,
pet.
though. That's
Oh.
a really good amount of detail. It's kind of readable. The
kinda chill,
terrain
you
is
know?
nice.
I didn't know bro was
Water's
chill like
nice. Hesperidus Tree and Dryads,
All right.
Arctis Heroes in the back. Looking good. Like, it's not too cartoony. I think with the big models, though, the Titans, they,
Man, didn't you just
They
say you
might
played
be a
lot
little
of
bit
AOM? How do you not remember?
too
Bro, this
detailed,
was
like-
like a decade plus ago. I've had so much,
I
so
don't know.
much trauma
Might be better
since then,
for
man.
those to
Let
be
me
simpler.
chill. All right.
Here's the
Model
Norse.
3. I think this should be Cerberus.
Absolutely fine with
Oh, then
everything
this is
that I'm
combat
seeing
music,
here,
right?
but we're not seeing a lot of their units. There's Ulfsarks up there, and Throwing Axemen and Einherjar, their
dog.
tower houses, Raiding Cavalry and Yar.
This
They're
is
not
the battle OST.
okay.
Right?
I'm gonna say they don't look very different from each other. The Raiding Cav and Jarl need more differentiation for sure. They're clearly what I'm saying they are. And here's the... Oh, that's Arcantos, Chiron, Reginleaf,
Stars are
Amanra,
cool.
and
The designs
Ajax there.
are-
What the hell are those?
We're seeing them up close, but when they're on a battlefield and there's
Those
30
are
of them moving around, it's gonna look
Spear-wielding
like all
heroes.
movement and stuff.
I'm not
These,
sure. I don't think they have a shield.
All right.
Dude, do the Norse have a ranged
folks,
hero? Instead of
wish list
Boxviger?
AOM
There's no
right now.
Boxviger here. There's Huskarl.
Age of Mythology
Uh,
Retold. A lot of stuff
They
to look
might have
forward
ranged
to.
heroes, guys. And what is this building?
All right, so what have we gone through?
This is new.
Age of Empires
Another-
2 Victors and Vanquished.
Another
You
barracks?
can pre-order that now for 15%
Interesting.
off. All the Age 3,
There's
Age
some
4
big
news.
changes
You can
coming to
wish
Norse,
list
guys.
Age
It
of
looks like
Mythology
there's a freaking
Retold
ranged
now,
hero.
coming out 2024.
That's
And you can
bonkers.
pre-register for Age of Empires.
Those are not rack
Mobile
heroes,
as
they have
well.
spears.
Lots of stuff happening in the Age of
The rack
Empires
heroes have
community.
axes.
Very exciting, but
Those are not rack
we're about to
heroes.
shift gears, everybody.
Unless
We're
they
gonna be
changed
playing
Ragnarok,
One of
which
the
you look at
Age of
everything
Empires
else,
2
that's
updates,
unlikely.
Victors and Vanquished. However, I have a very special guest who you got a sneak peek of in the video a few minutes ago. Welcome to the stream, creator of these scenarios, Ramsey Abdul Rahim.
Alright, so they're gonna play some AoE 2 now.
Yo, what's up, Wellen?
Hey.
And I think we're done reacting. We're gonna talk a little bit about Age of Mythology. Oh shit, that's a Norse Titan. He's got man boobs. Love it. He's a bit of a bit troll-like. And just going back to this, I forgot to mention the mountain giant is quite big. He's tall, man. He's real tall. Do you guys like the changes to the walls, by the way? They look quite a bit different. That's a hill fort on the side. Yeah. Oh, it's the Nidhogg. Oh my god, it's taking up so much screen space. Look at that wingspan. Lots of fire coming out of its face too. It's very cool. Very cool. Lots of Fenris wolves and Fimbulwinter wolves here. I think they scaled this one up. That must be like a... That must be a prop or a scenario asset or something, because these guys are way smaller. Unless this cliff is a lot bigger than it looks. Which it probably isn't. It does look a little cartoony, guys. Do we, or are we accepting of it? What do you guys think? I have to make a poll about this, I think, at some point. We'll definitely do that. There are 2 more screenshots, though. I think we've digested this one. Frost Giant, I guess, down there. Oh! Excuse me. Greek City. Hoplites. Oh, the hoplites look so good. Oh, so good. Toxodis are highly cartoony. I don't like the Toxodis, guys. They have arrows that are also bigger than your mom. I don't think that's... I think that's overdone. The Colossi being this big is super interesting. What's going on with that? They have a lot of detail on their body as well. Huh. But this looks beautiful. Like, the architecture is very nicely done, right? I think they maintain that aspect and modernize it very nicely. I think they've gone overboard maybe on the Mythians a little bit. That Minotaur as well with an axe bigger than several hoplites. Or, yeah, definitely bigger than several hoplites. Perseus in the back, haven't seen that before. Nemean Lions, Prodromos. Are these Peltas? They seem to be holding a spear, so I assume so. They don't have quite as big of a cape. Or at least the camera angle doesn't work. In the back, are those Hippospist or Myrmidon? I can't quite tell. This is supposed to be Hades, so no Myrmidons. But yeah, Wander's pretty. Awesome. Awesome. Ah, there's a Hippospist, so those also look the same. Yeah, I think they are just Hippospist. It looks great. Like, this is readable. This is clean. There's not too many props or terrain objects. I think this is very reasonable, guys. I'm just not sure I'm a huge fan of the overscaled myth units and these giant arrows on the... Oh, there's Hippicons. Hippicons over there. Almost forgot. These giant arrows just don't sit well with me. Everything else seems good, human unit-wise. Minotaur, it's a little too big, right? I'm a huge Greek main, by the way, so I really hope that that being a Greek main will be a thing in the future. By the way, I'm zooming in a little bit for these because I'm on a bigger resolution screen. Quality might not be 1:1. Check it out for yourself, for sure, and wishlist the game on Steam. Definitely do that. Speaking of which, I need to click that, and now it's your turn. Atlanteans. This is from, I believe, one of the campaign missions. Or is it? No, there's water here. It's not that one. It's not the one I'm thinking about where you smack Prometheus in the face. But it's similar because there's all these destroyed Greek buildings. And then you take over. Yeah, Gaia Lush. Am I seeing this correctly that not every Gaia building is generating the Lush? Or is it just still growing? It almost looks like not everything might be generating Lush. Lampades. It's good to know that Atlanteans didn't get deleted like some people were worried about. There was a lack of clarity, to be fair, from the developers, but everything is completely intact, guys. Who knows how different the gameplay will be, but at least we'll have the same tools. We lost features, the Chinese. Yeah, there's nothing about the Chinese here, so... now, bear in mind, Mr. Ice Cream, the creative director, did say that they will improve the Chinese DLC, right? At some point, he did say that in an Xbox interview. He did not say that they're there on day one. I think there might be a high chance of that just not happening. And by the way, I never thanked Scorpion Laws for subscribing. I think this specific screen doesn't have the notifications, so sorry about that. What else can we spot here? These are regular Quintarius, but they seem highly upgraded. There's the Destroyers, there's Castor. automaton in the back. He's obstructed by something. Or the team colors are just very strong on the body. Also, the Gaia statue seems work in progress because there's team color all over her. Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know. Maybe that's intentional as well. Let's look at the others. There's a little bit of team color always on the god statue, so I guess that is normal. Yeah, that is normal. Okay. Never pointed out that... Oh, I just noticed this Avengers in the back. And wait. Do you guys notice another thing missing? The additional units from the extended edition seem to be gone. Right? I don't see a Kopesh here. I don't see a Hippocrates. I don't see an Onager on the Atlantean stuff, but I also don't see a Fire Siphon, so who knows? Who knows about that one? I think the Onager is useful in special circumstances. We're also not seeing any Atlantean citizens, I don't think. Where are the citizens? Or any other villagers? Sky Passage in the back. You can tell from the clouds. Is that a Carnivora? Some plant. Yeah, but there's also no Boxweiger, but there is this guy who seems new. I'm very interested in finding out more, as I'm sure you all are. And now I'm not saying that they're guaranteed to be removed, by the way. So Bunny says he liked the extended edition units. I'm not saying it's guaranteed they are removed, but they are not in these screenshots, right? And I'm wondering what the thing says. Let's take a look at this as the Steam page. There's a cover art as well, and the trailer is just a teaser, right? So we've seen this one. We've watched this a million times. I want to take a look at this image. Right, it's most certainly reworked. All the original god art is apparently gone, which I'm not a huge fan of. I loved the original god art. The heroes are included in this one. Samandra, Arcantos, and Dragonleaf, I think, over there. With potentially others. It's too small to really make it out. What it is like. This is the real size. We've got Gaia on it though. We've got Poseidon, Odin, Thor, Isis, Zeus, Ra in the back, Set in the front. That looks like Athena to me with the owl. Loki in the back. And then the others are just too small to really tell. So we would need a full screen image. Anyway, let's read this. From the creators of the award-winning Age of Empires franchise, Age of Mythology Retold goes beyond history to a mythical age where gods, monsters, and humans collide, combining the best elements of the beloved Age of Mythology with modern real-time strategy design and visuals. Retold is an epic and innovative experience for old and new players alike. Secure your domain, command legendary armies, and call upon the power of the gods to crush your enemies. Or band together with friends to defeat the Arena of the Gods. That sounds like something new. We become mythic, wishlist, meow. Call upon the gods. Choose your gods from the Greek, Norse, Egyptian, and Atlantean pantheons. So definitely no China has been now confirmed, at least for launch. I still stand by what I said about Mr. Ice Cream. He pointed out China will be back. He didn't say at launch, right? It might happen later. We'll see. Devastate your enemies by summoning powerful lightning storms, earth-shattering quakes, and even the famed Nidhogg dragon. Call upon nourishing rains and protective dryads to help your people grow and prosper. Unleash the monsters. Centaurs, trolls, mummies, and more. From bejeweled crocodiles who harness the power of the sun to the mighty one-eyed Cyclops, command diverse units inspired by the world's great mythologies. epic mythological universe. Embark on a 50-mission campaign to take you across a vast mythical world. Besiege the mighty walls of Troy, battle giants in the frozen wastes of Midgard, and discover the mysteries of Osiris in the shifting sands of Egypt. Become a hero of myth or even a god. 50 missions. That should be 32 plus 12 plus whatever the golden gift was. I don't remember the number. But yeah, it's just the original stuff then. Arena of the Gods. Challenge the labyrinth in the all-new Trials of the Gods for single player and co-op. Collect powerful blessings, join your friends, and take on new challenges to overcome the arena where the gods themselves do battle. So we have some kind of challenge mode. It might be roguelike. We'll see. We'll see, but apparently there is some secondary game mode that isn't skirmish, that isn't campaign. It's something else, and you can play it multiplayer. That's interesting. I think that's a really good choice. Because this can bring people together and offer something other than the core multiplayer game to play. So, yeah, campaign light or something like StarCraft 2 co-op, as you would have seen. It's a very popular kind of feature. I'm all for this. Looks a bit like Smite. Jasira is not wrong. It does look a little bit like Smite, especially the god art. I agree. That's a really good comparison. Vestalong says Paper Dragon. Yeah, the Nidhogg not that impressive in the original. Sometimes it can do work, but yeah. Better with friends. Play up with up to 11 of your friends. You think I have 11 friends? Either head-to-head or against the advanced AI on dozens of randomly generated and scenarios for limitless replayability. Yeah, as usual. So the big news is the Arena of the Gods, which remains to be seen what it is. I'm looking forward to finding out, of course. There's no, strictly speaking, new content to be seen except for that one unit I pointed out in this screenshot, that Norse thing, whatever that is, and the building. So some kind of Norse rework is coming. Don't know what it is. Spear hero, probably not going to be melee because we already have the Herster. We don't need that. We need a ranged unit so that Norse can shoot up. That's why back then with Forgotten Empires we did the Boxviger. It's one of the big things I really wanted at that time. I think it was the right move. I think it could have been maybe done better. So who knows if these guys will come from the Long Isles, this new thing, or the Hillfort. What's important is that Norse has something that can shoot up and can chase flying units, because if they make myth units important, which they should, and given the scale that they're going to, with these myth units being big, I think they will be important. Especially these Minotaurs. Jesus Christ, it's like twice as big as they used to be. And these superimposing flying units. You must have some kind of good ranged option for Norse to shoot up. And yeah, rocks are back, so get ready to cry, everybody. Right. I will say that the pose of the Son of Osiris firing the lightning is a little weird. I think I agree about that. The Anubite rework is they almost made it more human than the original. Yeah, that's a little weird as well. But yeah, no Chinese. No Chinese. And yeah, it has the editor, it says on the page, so that's great news, which means that although this is based on the AoE free engine, hence all the visuals, hence all the model quality, hence all the reworked VFX with their new tools, as they said. Let's take another quick look, I think, at... okay, I think we're gonna have to bring this up on the YouTube stream that they have, because it's gonna be higher quality, and... Oh, they released a standalone video.
Stegma.
Stegma.
Hello, heroes. I'm here in the studio
One more
today using augmented reality to step into the world of Age of Mythology Retold. Yes, I am standing next to a Titan Gate, and yes, we will get to that very soon. My name is Melinda Rose, and I am the art director here at World's Edge, and I feel so honored to be a part of this team and to be able to show off this game to you that we all have been working so hard on and we love so much. So
Okay. I caught the screen. Stand still. Okay. Here it is. Oh, you can't zoom in. There's a giant button there. God power spots. The resources are up there. That's player info and scores. Minimap. And I can't tell what the rest are. It's blurry as shit, so that's all you're gonna get from me. There's some buttons around the minimap for all sorts of actions like
Age of Mythology Retold, we're not only upgrading the end.
What is this? Water
Engine and
snake? It's called Jormundelver. That's probably what it is.
Bringing all of those quality of life improvements that you've come to expect from World's Edge.
Editor. That's a cool shirt. Oh, look at the UI stuff on the left. Okay, they have overlaid okay, QWERTY layout. Double thumbs up. Double thumbs up. They have overlaid hotkeys. They have tooltips. Upgrades have hotkeys. Oh, thank fuck, Jesus Christ. And they have detailed stats to begin with. So that's number of projectiles, range, capacity, resistances. Yeah, looking good, looking good. You don't have to go into the detailed menu anymore for that shit. Awesome. And we've got the editor with all the classic features. That's just Age of Empires 3 and Age of Mythology, bang engine stuff. So, you know, making your scenarios will work just the same. Hopefully, more or less. Functionality to be seen, but the basics are the same.
To expect from World's Edge. But in addition to that, we're doing even more to update the art. So that means all new 3D models, all new...
Okay, there's more stuff there. Atlantean Manor, Kronos Town Center, I think. Should be. And I want to hear what she says about the engine, so let's just go back and listen.
To you that we all have been working so hard on and we love so much. So in Age of Mythology Retold, we're not only upgrading the engine and bringing all of those quality of life improvements that you've come to expect from World's Edge, but in addition to that, we're doing even more to update the art. So that means all new 3D models, all new animations, textures, UI, VFX, the whole shebang. So we are going to be showing off 3 characters from the Greek civilization: Medusa, Pegasus, and Cerberus. You know, usually you'd be seeing them from high up in the sky as you command your battles, but I'm biased and I wanted to your battles, but I'm biased
and I
wanted
cut
to
is
mention
brutal.
Medusa, Pegasus, and Cerberus. You know, usually
There's some movement over there.
you'd be seeing
That's a
them
Karkinos! And that's the hippocampus.
from high up in the sky as you command your battles, but I'm biased.
The animations look exactly the same. So that might be a good or bad thing. We'll see. I'm sure they changed some animations. She just said so. But the hippocampus is moving the exact same. And so did the scout.
All new 3D models,
Or maybe it's
all
more
new
detailed
animations,
and
textures,
purposely
UI,
made close to
VFX,
the
the whole
original.
shebang. So we are going to be showing off 3 characters from the Greek civilization: Medusa, Pegasus, and Cerberus. You know, usually you'd be seeing them from high up in the sky as you command your battles, but I'm biased and I wanted to show the
You know what they
characters
probably did? They probably
as close to life size
remade
as
the
we can fit them.
animations similar.
Well, without any
but
further
60
ado,
FPS
let's bring
based.
Medusa into the
Probably what they
studio. Are you excited? I am so excited.
Those
Oh,
hoplites
hello.
run different.
This is so cool to see her in real life like this. She's not so low poly anymore, is she? From this distance, you're able to see all the details we've added to her model to tell her story. Each strand of her hair is an individual wild snake. She wears Grecian-styled golden snake armbands.
I did all of them.
Her armor is made up of flexible scale mail to mimic scales. And if you're brave enough to get super close and risk
the
being
horses to move
petrified and
sideways?
turned
No,
to
that's
stone,
the
you
Karkinos'
can even
job.
see her
But it
vertical
can go on
snake-like
land, you
pupils.
know?
All
Buff
right, well, I
Karkinos,
don't have any good counters
make
for
amphibious.
Medusa in the building today, and we got to keep this rolling. So I'm just going to cut straight to her death animation. Medusa, I'm so sorry to see you go. Oh, that's brutal, isn't it?
Ooh,
Well, next up, let's bring in Pegasus. Hi,
the hoplites
Pegasus.
run different.
Oh, he's so cute, isn't he?
So they are different animations
Pegasus
for sure.
is the
guaranteed.
majestic
Hydras in
winged
the back.
horse who serves as an
Chimera.
archaic age aerial scout for the Greek civilization. This Pegasus looks a little fancier than you may remember, and that is because in Age of Mythology Retold, when you upgrade your myth units through technologies, those units will get a brand new visual upgrade to reflect that increase in power. So we're looking at the upgraded version today. Say hello, Pegasus.
There's like
I don't
a
want to keep us too
plasticky
long from
sheen
the
to
Titan that you're
units.
all excited to see, so I'm sorry,
I'm not
Pegasus.
sure I love that.
We have to say goodbye.
I definitely love how the models look.
Oh, that makes me so sad.
But the texture has a
All right, last but
plasticky
not
material
least,
to
let's
it.
bring in Cerberus.
That's the part I don't like, I think.
This is the Hound of Hades and Titan of the Greek civilization. He's a little smaller again than he will be in game, but believe it or not,
wonder
this
if
was
they
one of the
can
first models that we made for Age of
change
Mythology
the
Retold back when
lighting
we
to
were
help with
trying to
that.
decide, what
Whether
we
it's
wanted this
actually a
game to
textures
look
issue.
like. He wears heavy chains and tattered armor, which represent his escape from the underworld, as well as the mark of Hades on his shoulder pauldrons. Titans have been upgraded to be more powerful against walls and buildings, and even rivers and oceans won't be able to stop their wrecking power.
Oh god.
With 3 ferocious heads and more destructive power than ever before, Cerberus will
Stronger
be a
he has
formidable opponent or a
buildings?
powerful
Oh,
ally
God.
in Age of Mythology Retold.
Oh god.
Okay, well, he is
That's
obviously
scary.
raring to go, and we will see him on the battlefield eventually. I'm sorry, Cerberus, you gotta get going. Oh. Wish I could do that to my opponents in game. So, to wrap things up, our goal is to not only pay homage to the past, but to breathe new life into this game and maximize the mythology. And one more thing before I go, I would like to reveal our official cover art, featuring so many of the iconic gods and heroes players.
Okay, we can see with our eyeballs. This is good. Google Does Evil now says, hoping the plasticky part isn't as obvious at game scale. I agree. That's actually a very good point. I think when you zoom in this close, you just get the plasticky materials very obviously standing out on the models. But I hope that's not going to be the case. So the god art being completely different from the original's art style, perhaps with the exception of Odin, who I believe looks absolutely awesome. And Loki is actually closely following what Loki in the original looked as well. So I think those two are nailed. The rest I think are very, very different. Especially the women are extremely cartoony. Zeus quite cartoony as well. I'm not sure I love this art. It looks like a mobile game's cover art. If I'm completely honest, I don't want to be too harsh, but you look at the original, and then you tell me that this is an improvement. Age of Mythology. Like, you look at these gods, you look at this. Oh god, I don't want to go to freaking Wikipedia. You look at this. God, can we just open the image? Oh my god. Okay. It's hard. It's an old game. It's hard to find images. All right, you just look through here. I think this is a superior art style, guys. I am gonna flick back and forth now. Maybe not the best image. God damn it. It is hard to find a good image. There we go. Okay, maybe not Fushi. That kind of didn't work out so well. But Isis, Zeus, and Odin here. Like I said, Odin's art was kept relatively close, right? what's my browser team? I'm using Opera GX. I don't seem very thrilled at all. Not about this. Not about this. I am thrilled about this. Like, this is 95% the way there, in my opinion. I'm gonna nitpick a little bit about the plasticky material on some myth units, especially. Colossus also look a little plastic toy-like. But like the architecture, absolutely perfect. The soldiers looking fantastic. Minus the Tuxodis. The Atlanteans are all looking great. Maybe a little bit hard to read in this dusk setting. But the buildings are looking fantastic here as well. So like I'm 95% on board with everything I'm seeing here. Kronos, no, I think the original Kronos is way better than this. Gaia, I like the rework. I like that you actually made her more Mother Earth and less the MILF of the Titans, or whatever you want to say. Argus, being a floaty tentacle monster with many eyeballs. It's new. Have to get used to it. Tentacles are taking up a lot of space, so I'm not entirely sold about this. In the middle of the battle, that's gonna take a lot of space, so. The terrain is beautiful, the water is beautiful. Egyptian soldiers are looking fine. Elephants are looking mighty fine. Scorpion men are great. Egyptian buildings are gorgeous. Might become an Egyptian main. Catapults are fine. Rocks, okay. And maybe the wings are a little over the top. But it probably needs that to carry the elephants, right? Mummies are fine. Phoenix is a little strange. I don't know. And those wings on the Vegeta are also weird, but probably you get used to it. Yeah. Like, this is not bad. I think the myth units are a little bit all over the place, though. Some are great, other not so much, and then we lose the classic art style of the gods completely on the cover art. So if you showed me this and you hide the name Age of Mythology Retold, I would have guessed this is a mobile game. Honestly, Amanra, Arcantos, and Regenleaf are iconic enough that I might reconsider that notion, but without them, I would be thinking that we are actually talking about a mobile game with this is nitpicking. What matters is what is here. This is what we're gonna engage with day in, day out. So this is just really feedback. Anyway.
Players will remember. I am excited to announce that Age of Mythology Retold will be available on day one on both PC and Xbox.
Xbox! We overheard this.
So follow us on socials for behind-the-scenes concept art as.
It's on Xbox. Xbox day one. Xbox. What the hell? I did not expect that one. Ooh. Okay. That is interesting. I did not expect
as well
that.
As before and after comparison images of the three
Ryuk
models
said
that we've
that. Sorry,
showcased
Ryuk,
today.
there's so many messages.
And don't forget to wishlist us to stay informed in the future. Arcantos will awaken in 2024. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Arcantos will awaken on Xbox and be very confused. How did I get here? All right, that's interesting. Huh. Not images, not videos, but they didn't set up their SEO yet, I think. Xbox.com. Now that is interesting, guys. I'm curious now, will they show any UI for that? Because, I mean, they obviously figured out Age of Empires 4 for Xbox. So, Age of Nah, I don't think they created a page here just yet. They published a Steam page, but the Xbox One is coming soon. TM. They didn't link it here either, so I think this is gonna be all there is to react to. Yeah, highly recommend you guys wishlist the game, and I'm very eager to hear what everybody thinks. Might put together a little bit of a highlight of this, or maybe edit it, I don't know, but it's interesting. So Xbox, I wonder if there's going to be any crossplay opportunities there, or if they're going to do it separately again like they did with the Age of Empires 4 port of the game. Yeah, but if they build it all in one, it might be much easier to sort it out. But we didn't get shown gameplay, so I'm sure that's coming in the near future. However, the moving pieces that we have seen in the background looked very much like Age of Mythology. So I'm fairly confident that they have been able to rebuild the core of the gameplay there. But what really matters is that everything feels smooth and controllable, and functional, right? So that when you tell a villager to go mine a gold mine, they're gonna go mine a gold mine and not get stuck in there 20 bodies. That is very important and very hard to do because there are so many villagers in this game. You know what's one of the hardest things? It's when you tell villagers to go cutting wood. That's extremely difficult for the game to automatically manage properly. So stuff like that needs to feel great. Building placement needs to feel great. Like we need to be able to put buildings very accurately next to each other, because Age of Mythology has a grid technically, but it's so finely tuned that it's basically freely placed buildings. So yeah, they have to get all that right. And the fact that they didn't show any of it today, except in the background, only passing by and not really someone playing, I'm sure it's coming soon, but I'm also sure it's still being worked on. And 2024 is not a very clear release date, so it might very well get delayed into 2025. It happens all the time in the game industry. You never know how long things take until you are near the end. So don't be surprised if it gets delayed into 2025, but keep some hope up that it will indeed release in this year as they suggested. But what matters is that they do it right and not fast. You definitely don't want to be disappointed day one and hit the refund button an hour in when nothing works, right? So I think patience, let's give the devs their time and hope for the best. I will be here to cover the game. It looks very authentic. And like I said, I'm 95% happy with what I've seen, so double thumbs up. Keep it up, team. Want to see more. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. So on your way out, if you can leave a like on the YouTube stream to boost the algorithm, and also click the subscribe button on YouTube, follow on Twitch and any other platform you may be watching on. I'm also live on Kick and Livespace and Trovo at the same time. 5 platforms. Might add more in the future when I have some time, but for now, I'll go and eat something. So great. Thanks everyone for watching. See you next time.